Hi to all, welcome to my fourth class on Introduction to Trigonometry, Chapter 8, Class 2. Today I am going to discuss some questions from exercise 8.4. Before that, we already learned three identities that are sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. The second one is cosec square theta minus cos square theta is equal to 1. And the last one is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. The first one is sin square theta plus cos square theta. The second identity starts from the reciprocal of sin theta, that is cosec square theta minus cos square theta is equal to 1. And the third identity starts from the reciprocal of cos, that is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. And here sin square theta you can write it as 1 minus cos square theta. Now wherever you see 1 minus cos square theta, immediately you can write, instead of that you can write it as sin square theta. Similarly, if I write 1 plus cos square theta, what is its value? Look at the second one, cosec square theta minus cos square theta is equal to 1. Minus cos square theta while transposing you will get 1 plus cos square theta. So instead of that you can write it as cosec square theta. Similarly, if it is 1 plus tan square theta, you can write it as sec square theta. Or c square theta minus 1 if you see, that is c square theta minus 1. The value you can write it as tan square theta. If it is given cosec A, immediately you can write it as 1 by sin A, because cosec is the reciprocal of sin. Similarly, if it is given sec A, you can write it is 1 by cos A. And if it is cot A, you can write it is 1 by tan A. One more thing you know, tan A you can write it as sin A by cos A. Or if it is cot A, how will you write it? Yes, it is cos A by sin. By using all this information, let us solve some questions. Here is the first question. 1 plus ck by ck is equal to sin square A by 1 minus cos A. Here two parts are there. One is LHS and other is RHS. What is LHS here? Here LHS you can write it as 1 plus ck by ck. You have to simplify this and you must get sin square A by 1 minus cos A, which is RHS. This is what you have to do in this type of questions. Now ck, you know, it is the reciprocal of cos A. So this you can write it as 1 plus 1 by cos A whole divided by 1 by cos A. Now this, do simplify it. The numerator is 1 plus 1 by cos A, that is cos A plus 1 divided by cos A. And divided by 1 by cos A will be into cos A by 1 or cos A. Cos A cancel, you get cos A plus 1. But you have to get sin square A by 1 minus cos A. Here a small multiplication is there. Cos A I am writing, cos A plus 1 I am writing 1 plus cos A. Okay. Now do multiply 1 minus cos A by 1 minus cos A. 1 minus cos A by 1 minus cos A is equal to 1. Now what will be the numerator? 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A. 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A, you can write it as 1 minus cos square A. That is 1 plus cosine into 1 minus cosine, which is in the form of a square minus b square. So it is 1 minus cos square a divided by 1 minus cosine. What is 1 minus cos square a? It is sin square a, because sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. So sin square a is equal to 1 minus cos square a. So it is sin square a by 1 minus cosine. You look at the RHS of the question, it is sin square a by 1 minus cosine. So it is equal to RHS. Hence it is proved. Now look at the next question. Here the question is cos a minus sin a plus 1 by cos a plus sin a minus 1 is cosec a plus cot a. Now let us take the LHS. Here LHS you can write it as cos a minus sin a plus 1 by cos a plus sin a minus 1. But you have to get that RHS as cosec a plus cot a. Now cot a, you know, it is cos a by sin a. So here what we have do is do divide by sin a all terms of numerator and denominator. That means this you can write it as cos a by sin a minus sin a by sin a plus 1 by sin a. That means numerator all the terms you divided by sin a. The same way denominator also you divide. So you will get cos a by sin a plus sin a by sin a minus 1 by sin a. Why we divided all the terms by sin a? Because you have to get the answer in terms of cot a and cosec a. So cosec a is the reciprocal of sin a. Now cos a by sin a. Yes, cos a by sin a, you know, tan a is sin a by cos a. So cos a by sin a it is cot a minus sin a by sin a 1 plus 1 by sin a, that is cosec a divided by cos a by sin a, again it is cot a plus 1 minus 1 by sin a cosec. Now this let me rewrite as cot a minus 1 plus cosec a. Let me write cosec a first, cosec a, then plus cot a minus 1 by, similarly here you can write cot a minus cosec a plus 1. Because there is a identity, that is cosec square a minus cot square a is equal to 1. Here in the numerator, instead of 1 you can write cosec square a minus cot square a. So the numerator will be cosec a plus cot a minus, instead of 1 you can write cosec square a minus cot square a whole divided by denominator as it is, you can write cot a minus cosec a plus 1. Now cosec square a minus cot square a, it is in the form of a square minus b square. So you can write it as it is a plus b into a minus b. So here the numerator it is cosec a plus cot a. This you can write it as cosec a plus cot a into cosec a minus cot a, because it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square, then whole divided by cot a minus cosec a plus 1. Now look at the numerator. Here cosec a plus cot a, it is the common. So this you can write it as cosec A plus cot A common. Then what will be remaining? Here it is 1 minus, then cosec A plus cot A common we took the remain, so remaining is cosec A minus cot A whole divided by cot A minus cosec A plus 1. So this you can write it as cosec A plus cot A into 1 minus of cosec A is minus cosec A, minus of minus cot A is plus cot A whole divided by cot A minus cosec A plus 1. Now look at the denominator. It is cot A minus cosec A plus 1. In numerator here it is also cot A minus cosec A plus 1. So these two terms will be cancelled. So what is the remaining? It is cosec A plus cot A. Now what you have to prove here? Here you have to prove cosec A plus cot A as RHS. So we got this as RHS. Hence proved. Now look at another question. Here square root of 1 plus sin A by 1 minus sin A you have to prove ck plus tan. Now let us take LHS. LHS it is square root of 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A. Now this you can write it as square root of 1 plus sin A by square root of 1 minus sin. Now let me multiply both numerator and denominator by 1 plus sin A. So here into square root of 1 plus sin A by square root of 1 plus sin. What will you get? So this will be square root of 1 plus sin A into square root of 1 plus sin A. It is square root of 1 plus sin A whole square, or square root of 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. That you can write it as square root of A plus B into A minus B form. That is 1 minus sin square A. 1 square minus sin A whole square. You can write it as 1 minus sin square. So this you can write it as square root of 1 plus sin A the whole square. It is 1 plus sin A divided by square root of 1 minus sin square A. You know 1 minus sin square A you can write it as cos square A. Now square root of cos square A it is cos A. So it is 1 plus sin A divided by square root of cos square A is cos A. This means you have to divide both the terms of numerator by cos A. That is 1 by cos A plus sin A by cos A. 1 by cos A you can write it as ck plus sin A by cos A you can write it as tan A. So this is the RHS. Hence proved. Now look at another question. Here LHS is sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta whole divided by 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. In the numerator, sin theta you can take it as common. Then what will you get? Sin theta if you take it as common, it is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Sin cube theta means sin theta into sin square theta. Similarly, what will be the numerator then? There also you can take common as cos theta. So it is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now you know sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So instead of 1 you can write sin square theta plus cos square theta. So what will you get? Sin theta into Instead of 1, you can write sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sin square theta divided by cos theta into 2 cos square theta. This minus 1 also you can write as minus sin square theta plus cos square theta. Now look at the numerator. It is sin theta into sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta. It is minus sin square theta. So it will be cos square theta minus sin square theta. And divided by cos theta into 2 cos square theta minus of cos square theta. That means 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta. It is cos square theta. So here also you will get cos square theta minus of sin square theta. It is minus sin square theta. Now look at numerator and denominator. Cos square theta minus sin square theta is common, so it is cancelled. So the remaining is sin theta by cos theta. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. That you have to prove, which is RHS. Hence proved. Now look at the next question. Sin a plus cosec a whole square in plus cos a plus sec a whole square is 7 plus tan square a plus cos square. Now let us simplify it. The LHS you can write it as sin a plus cosec a the whole square plus cos a plus sec a the whole square. Now this is in the form of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So let us simplify it. This you can write it as sin square a plus 2 sin a cosec a plus cosec square a, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square form, plus cos a plus sec a whole square, that you can write it as cos square a plus 2 cos a into sec a plus sec square a. Here you can see sin square a plus cos square, that you can write it as 1 plus. Now what is 2 sin a cosec a? Cosec a is the reciprocal of sin. So this is equal to 2 into sin a into 1 by sin a. Sin a cancel. So it is equal to 2. So this term 2 sin a cosec a, it is equal to 2 plus. There is a identity, that is cosec square a minus cos square a is equal to 1. If it is so, cosec square a you can write it as 1 plus cos square. So here that you can write it as 1 plus cos square a. Similarly, 2 cos a into sec a, which is equal to cos a into 1 by cos x. Cos a cancel, you will get 2. So 2 cos a sec a you can write it as 2 plus, and one more identity, sec square a minus tan square a is equal to 1. So this you can write sec square a as 1 plus tan square a. So the last term is 1 plus tan square a. Now add all the numbers. 1 plus 2 3 plus 1 4 plus 2 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 tan square a is there plus cos square. That is the RHS. That was also solved. Now look at another question. Here the LHS is cosec a minus sin a into sec a minus cos a. And you have to prove in terms of tan a and cot a. You know cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So cot square theta you will get from cosec square theta. And similarly c square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So tan square you will get from c square theta. So we can write the LHS as cosec A instead of sin A, let me write 1 cosec A into. Similarly, this you can write it as sec minus, instead of cos A, let me write 1 by sec. Now do simplify. Cosec A into cosec A, cosec A square A minus 1 all divided by cosec A into this one sec square A minus 1 by sec A. Now what is cosec square A minus 1? You know cosec square A minus cot square A is equal to 1. So cosec square A minus 1, it will be cot square A. So this you can, numerator you can write it as cot square A by cosec A into. Similarly, c square A minus tan square A is equal to 1. So c square A minus 1 you can write it as tan square A by sec A. This you can write it as cot square A into 1 by cosec A into tan square A into 1 by sec A. Now what is cot square A into tan square A? Cot square A means the reciprocal of tan square A. So 1 by tan square A into tan square A. Tan square A cancel. You will get 1. So cot square A into tan square A, you will get it as 1. Now 1 by cosec A. 1 by cosec A means reciprocal of cosec A, which is sin A, into 1 by sec A means reciprocal of sec A, which is cos A. So LHS you are getting sin A into cos A. You have to get RHS as 1 by tan A plus cot A. Now let us simplify RHS also. Here RHS you can write it as 1 by tan A plus cot A. That is 1 by tan A you can write it as sin A by cos A plus cot A you can write it as cos A by sin A. That is 1 by cross multiply, it is sin square A plus cos square A by cos A into sin. So this is 1 by sin square A plus cos square A, which is again equal to 1 by cos A into sin A, you can write it as sin A into cos A. 1 by sin A cos A means 1 into sin A cos A by 1, which is equal to sin A cos A. So LHS also you got sin A cos A, RHS also you got sin A cos A. So you can write LHS is equal to RHS. Hence it is verified. Now look at the last question. Here the question is 1 plus tan square A by 1 plus cot square A is equal to 1 minus tan A by 1 plus 1 minus cot A the whole square is equal to tan square. That means each 1 plus tan square A by 1 plus cot square A you have to prove it as tan square A. Similarly 1 minus tan A by 1 plus cot A the whole square also you have to prove it as tan square. So you can write 1 plus tan square A by 1 plus cot square A as tan square A you can write it as 1 plus, in terms of sin and cos you can write. So it is 1 plus sin square A by cos square A divided by 1 plus cos square A by sin square. That is cot A is equal to cos A by sin A. Do simplify, what will you get? It is cos square a plus sin square a whole divided by cos square a, again divided by the next one is sin square a plus cos square a whole divided by sin square a. Cos square a plus sin square a which is equal to 1. It is 1 by cos square a divided by again sin square a plus cos square a which is 1 by sin square a. So this you can write it as 1 by cos square a into sin square a by 1. So it is sin square which is equal to sin square a by cos square a which is equal to tan square a is equal to RHS. So first one is proved as tan square. Now let us take the second. Here 1 minus tan a by 1 minus cot a the whole square. So this you can write it as 1 minus sin a by cos a the whole square divided by this one 1 minus cos a by sin a the whole square which is equal to cos a minus sin a divided by cos a the whole square divided by here it is sin a minus cos a divided by sin a the whole square. Now if it is a minus b you can write it as minus of b minus a. Am I right? Because minus of b is minus b, minus of minus a is a. That is a minus b you can write it as minus of b minus a. Similarly cos a minus sin a you can write it as minus of sin a minus cos a by cos a the whole square. Now divided by sin a minus cos a by sin a whole square you can write it as into sin a by sin a minus cos a the whole square. Now minus of sin a minus cos a divided by cos a the whole square. You have to take both numerator and denominator square. So minus of sin a minus cos a the whole square that is minus of x the whole square. What is the value? It is minus x into minus x which is x square. Similarly minus of sin a minus cos a the whole square it is equal to sin a minus cos a the whole square. Minus of square it is positive divided by cos a whole square you can write it as cos square a. Similarly here sin a by sin a minus cos a the whole square. So this you can write it as sin square a by sin a minus cos a the whole square. Take the square of both the numerator and denominator. Here sin a minus cos a whole square, sin a minus cos a whole square will be cancelled. You will get it as sin square a by cos square a. Sin a by cos a is tan a, so sin square a by cos square a you can write it as tan square a which is equal to the RHS. So both case you got RHS as tan square. That's all for today's class. Have a nice day.